Hi, this is Omar Qureshi, and we continue to celebrate the 7th anniversary of Zoom. And today I'm sitting with Farhan Akhtar, who almost has genius levels. Multi talented actor, singer, performer, director. He's got it all. It's all in the genes. Welcome, Farhan.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much, man. Your dad's really one of the most talented men in the country.
Sure.
Your mom's extremely talented. How much did they influence you in your growing up years as far as your creativity goes?
We've grown up in an environment that was primarily about art and about writing
Yeah.
and about poetry and about expression. They told Zoya and me what it is that they think we should do. You know,
Yeah.
they really were ever extremely supportive, apart from a few years in my life where they thought that I'm actually going to end up doing nothing. They were like, get the hell out of my face.
One actress you'd like to kiss on screen.
Why are you only narrowing it down to one? There's so many beautiful actresses. I want to cozy up to someone because I want something from them. You know, it's part of my personality. It's exciting. I mean, it's giving me a lot of enthusiasm to keep going at it with all guns blazing. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.
Farhan, you do a lot of things, acting, singing, a lot of stuff. But what do you prefer the most?
It's tough to say. I enjoy doing all these things. I don't really see singing as a career move or any such thing. So I'll keep that aside. But as far as writing goes, directing goes, and acting goes, to me those three are the kind of things that are very special to me. I tremendously enjoy them while I'm doing them. And I don't miss the others while I'm doing any one of those roles. So to me, it's tough to pick one among the three.
Your dad's really one of the most talented men in the country.
Sure.
Your mom's extremely talented. How much did they influence you in your growing up years as far as your creativity goes?
I mean, I think that there definitely is in everyone a certain degree of genetic leaning towards what it is your parents or your family have been doing and have been liking for a while. So there is a leaning towards that that comes from them. Also, we've grown up in an environment that was primarily about art and about writing and about poetry and about expression. So there's also that. And apart from that, I think the thing that I'm most thankful to both my dad and my mom for is the fact that they never ever told Zoya and me what it is that they think we should do. You know, they really were extremely supportive, apart from a few years in my life where they thought that I'm actually going to end up doing nothing. You know, so but instead of telling me that why don't you start doing this, they were like,
was there a phase when you were doing nothing?
Yeah, there was. I mean, there was it was about a 2-year phase. And again, but even within that phase, I mean, it never really was that, you have to start doing this. It wasn't about that. You know, it was really just like trying to be a little more encouraging as to, think about what it is you want to do, and stuff like that. And they've always been very supportive. So I think that to me really is their greatest contribution, towards Zoya and to me. That they were not overbearing parents, and they really let Zoya and me take our time and find our feet.
Farhan, there are these two sides to you. There's one side which looks at this specialized cinema, like movies like Kartik Calling Kartik, and you do that kind of stuff. And then there's a producer in you, which makes purely commercial movies.
I mean, I don't know. We try and balance out whatever we can, And again, I think what's important when you read a script, is just to get excited about what it is. And again, it's if you're not purely thinking of commerce, then actually you will end up getting excited about scripts that may seem a little experimental, that may seem a little offbeat, and as a producer, fortunately, I have the capacity to be able to produce those films. But if I only thought of that, I want to think of it only as a business, and I don't really care about the art form of it, or trying to maybe, I don't know, even making movies that other people are maybe not wanting to produce, then I mean it becomes too unidimensional. I mean the same kind of film will keep coming out of this production house, and that's a bit boring.
Your friendship with Hrithik and a few other stars, does it affect you as a production house?
No, not really.
With the other stars?
No, not at all. I mean, I think at the end of the day, Excel and me I have a great relationship with almost everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I am, and I think it comes from the fact that, I mean, everyone who knows what it is that I like about movies, how I'm into, how I feel about my work,
Right.
is that, to me, that is the most important thing. You know, I don't want to, I can't kind of, I don't know, cozy up to someone because I want something from them. You know, it's not a part of my personality.
You're not like
so
that,
it's not, I mean, and it's not about only in my professional life. It doesn't even apply in my personal life. You know, so I think there's a certain understanding about that. And to me, I'll go to anyone if I think they're right for the part. I mean, I don't care what they think of me also. You know, I'll go to them if I think that they're the best person for the part, and then they can decide whether they want to do the film or not.
I don't think there are
for
too
their
many
reasons.
people who you don't like or who don't like you.
No, I mean, there's nobody that I can think of that I don't like.
Arjun Rampal recently was telling us that he said he would give his right arm to do Rock On 2. Is that in the pipeline?
Well, I hope he doesn't. He has to play guitar in it. So he should keep that attached to him only. I think it is a very exciting idea. You know, and Abhishek is working on a script, which all of us are very excited about. I hope he cracks the script well. You know, that's all I can hope for.
But Arjun didn't do Dawn 2 because there was talk that he was upset with the remuneration offered to him. Is that true?
I don't know. See, I've met him after that. We are still great friends. We might end up doing Rock On 2 together. So it's obviously nothing that serious. But I see everyone has their own reasons as to why they would want to do something and they wouldn't. I can't change my opinion of him as a friend just because he opted not to do a film that maybe I had wanted him in. You know, so that's bound to happen. I mean, everyone has a certain kind of idea about where they want their lives to be heading, and I'm nobody to tell them otherwise.
And Dawn 2 is looking great. Everyone's looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I mean, the feedback and the response that I've got to the teaser that's out there has been quite phenomenal.
Fabulous,
so it's exciting. I mean, it's giving me a lot of enthusiasm to keep going at it with all guns blazing.
Yeah, Farhan, you're married to a celebrated hairstylist, right? So
Does it show?
Yeah, it shows. Is it true that you get all your haircuts at home?
Yes, I do, of course. I mean, why look outside for something when the best is there? But yeah, so yes, of course.
And your biggest critics are?
The healthiest critics, let me put it that way. I guess my dad and my mom, Zoya, of course. And a couple of friends also that I have who are not from film. You know, so apart from just even about my movies, you know, even just in life, I think at times you need like reviews in life as well.
You do.
You know, so I have people even on that front
Quarterly.
who at times give you like these reviews on life, you know, as to like, you know, just little bit think about these things.
Farhan, do you get time to spend with your two beautiful kids? You've got two beautiful daughters.
When I'm in town, of course I do. And if I'm shooting somewhere, if I'm traveling, and if they have their holidays, they do join me. But I think that's going to be a perennial complaint that it's never enough.
Never enough.
Which it isn't. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, I think all they can ask from you is your time. And given the kind of work that you do, there's that much that you're able to give. But that is something that I feel a little sad about.
But how do you deal with the link-ups? I mean, you still get linked up, you know, now and then to your co-stars and all. I guess that's an occupational hazard. So how do you deal with that? Do you just laugh it off?
I mean, it depends on I think the fierceness of the attack. You know, let me put it that way. I think as being a human being, you know, there's that much at times you can take, and at times you feel that, I mean, I don't know, it's gone a bit too far. So it depends on what the story is. It depends on where it comes from. But I mean, you can't say that you're unaffected by it. I don't think anyone. I mean, if there's something that's written about you that's absolutely untrue, anyone would have a certain reaction to it. You may voice it, you may not, but it's not possible that you have absolutely no kind of reaction to it whatsoever. But so it depends. I mean, it makes more sense at times to not react. Of course.
And how do the people around you, your closest people, your family, react to you know, your stress levels? Like when something is written about you, something critical is written about your performance, link up, whatever it might be.
The crucial thing is that you have, whether it's with your wife, with your kids, with your friends, with your parents, with whoever, just to have, I mean, a straight, open, honest relationship, you know, about what's going on in your life. And to share with them your stresses, share with them, I don't know, your joys, you know, and as long as you can do that, I mean, at the end of the day, people who know you well know what is true and what is not true. and I mean, they can see that maybe you're a bit stressed out about something and they're there for you.
What's your take on the Indian media?
What's my take on
Especially the entertainment media?
I mean, I don't know. It's become it's very all pervasive in our lives. So there's no point in trying to shy away from it. There's no point in trying to avoid it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and to a certain degree, of course, because you're in the business of media,
Yeah.
you need them. And also on some level they need you.
Of course.
So I think the important thing is to try. For me, would be nice. I mean, see, people love scoops and people love scandals and they love reading about all this stuff. That's unavoidable. It's a part of and parcel of this business that you're in. But I think somewhere what would be nice also, and I feel an aspect of reportage, so to speak, when it comes to filmmaking at least, that is a bit weak. I won't say lacking, but is a bit weak. Is a bit of focus on the art side of movie making, on the motivational side of movie making. I feel that's not really thought about or spoken about too much. Most, whether it's newspapers, whether it's magazines, we tend to focus a lot more on what happened at a shoot, who's seeing who, and that kind of stuff. And somewhere in the midst of all of that, it just becomes a little bit of a
Loss of the art form.
Yeah, like nobody really cares about that anymore.
Yeah.
So everyone just wants to know gossip, and nobody really cares about what is it that's driving people to do what they're doing. And that would be nice. To have that aspect as well. I don't think you can stop the other thing because that'll always be there. But that would be nice too, so that, I mean, I know the general opinion of people when it comes to people who make movies or in movies are that they don't do any work. That seems to be the general opinion. You go, you have fun, and you make a movie. And somewhere the whole concept of that, it's a really hard job.
Very hard job.
And it takes a lot out of you. Is lost because I don't think people hear about that enough or read about that enough. So you're always considered as someone who, I don't know, you just have a nice fun time in your life and you don't have to work too hard. So that's generally the opinion.
You're just sitting here chatting.
Basically.
But Farhan, tell me, you're celebrating Zoom's 7th anniversary with us.
That's right.
What's your take on Zoom?
To me, I mean, it's a channel now that's kind of been around, and again, is a channel that I've interacted with actually for many years. And somehow, to me, I don't know why it feels a lot longer than 7 years. I must tell you honestly.
Okay.
When I was told that it's 7 years, I was a bit surprised. I don't know why I felt that it was longer than 7 years. But again, I think it's been very pleasant. And it's kind of been nice to have been come here before. I've been here on numerous occasions and always had kind of interesting conversations. So it's a nice place to be in. And
it's Times family.
Sorry?
Times of India family.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Yeah.
So, but it's always nice. It's always nice to come here and have a nice conversation with people.
Good cup of coffee when you have a bad throat.
Yeah.
And one word to describe Zoom?
The name is perfect because it gives you a close-up on the entertainment world. Wow. So I think that's basically it.
Farhan, some quick one-liners from you. The worst movie you've done so far?
How can I answer this question? I didn't make that film. The day I make a film that I produce by myself, direct by myself, act by myself, edit myself, do everything myself, I'll call that film the worst film.
Okay.
I can't diss other people's work.
That might be good, yeah.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
It might be the worst.
Might. Yeah. Your biggest fashion fiasco?
No, I don't know. I mean, I'm very happy wearing whatever I wear, regardless of what people think. So I don't think I've had a single fashion fiasco so far.
You think they're overrated Bollywood actors and actresses?
No, I think everybody gets what they deserve.
The one thing you would change about yourself if you could?
I think I'm a very serious sucker for punctuality, and I get very affected if someone's late, so maybe I could be a little bit more flexible on that, but I'm still not.
One actress you'd like to kiss on screen?
Why are you only narrowing it down to one? There's so many beautiful actresses that I could maybe kiss on screen.
All of them?
Who knows? Yeah, all.
A role done by a contemporary you wish you had done?
To be honest, I really can't think of one.
Okay. Your favorite Bollywood real life couple?
I mean, there's many. It's very difficult to say one. I think Shah Rukh and Gauri are a great couple. I also think Ajay and Kajol are a great couple. I think my dad and Shabana are a great couple. I think Amit Uncle and Jaya Auntie are a great couple. So there's many. To just say this one is very tough.
A rumor about yourself that you heard but you wish was true?
I don't know. Most of the rumors that I've heard about myself are about link-ups with people. So I don't wish those were true. But I guess none, that means. No.
None.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
There are no rumors that are like positive in my case, I guess.
Yeah. Farhan, a role closest to the real you that you played.
I think Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara.
What do you get complimented on most?
I guess Dil Chahta is something that I still hear about a lot.
And personally?
Personally, I guess I get complimented most on my kids.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah.
The best and worst part of being an actor?
I think the best part of being an actor is you get to be somebody else, for that period of time.
Yeah.
Is the best part. And I think the worst part of being an actor is all these link-ups, I guess, that come.
Coming back to the link-ups.
That's what I feel, yeah.
Yeah. Your favorite style icon?
I think Saif's got great style.
Yeah.
I'd say Saif, possibly.
Yeah. The sexiest actress in Bollywood?
Priyanka, possibly.
The cheesiest pickup line ever used on you?
See, again, I have all these problems. Nobody uses all these lines on me. I think I come across as very, I don't know.
Have you used one in your bachelor
I
days?
have to start going out more often, I think. And pretend like I'm footloose and fancy.
Yeah. I'm sure you use some when you're,
Have I used the pickup line?
Yeah.
No, I never had any fancy pickup lines. Mine used to only be like, can I buy you a drink? Can I drop you home? I was very simple, very simple person.
Yeah, right.
I saved all my creative. I saved all my creative writing for my scripts.
One shairi you would like to say for us here?
One shairi I would like to say.
Any poem you would like, anything you would like to recite for us?
There is a poem, Invictus, which I find very inspirational, which is, so just the last 4 lines, I think. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.
What do celebrities mean when they say the following lines? I mean the hidden meaning. We're just good friends.
I would hope that it means that they're just good friends. Is what I would hope it means.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the right script, so that's why I have no movies.
I'm an extremely choosy person.
We are cordial when we meet.
I don't know that we don't have something nice to say about each other when we don't.
I will expose if the script demands it.
I guess that gives you a good indication of what scripts that person will say no to.
I didn't do the film because I had date problems.
More often than not, it means that they didn't like the script. More often than not.
Marriage is not on the cards for the next 5 years.
Nothing. I think I'd like to focus on my career now, I guess.
Please don't ask me personal questions.
Get the hell out of my face.
Yes, I'm getting Hollywood offers.
Need to start exploring other avenues.
I look good because I eat right and I work out regularly.
I like to take care of myself without sounding pompous about it. I have no idea. Without being vain.
Without being vain. I don't believe in the numbers game.
I know I'm number 1.
Yeah. I love the media for their support.
I love the media for their support at this moment.
Yeah. I don't belong in any camp.
No, I guess that just means I'm willing to work with everyone who could somehow maybe make me a successful film.
Farhan, and finally, a 7 sense check with you. The 7 sense. Lust. Anyone you lusted for?
Of course, I've lusted for people, and eventually I lusted for my wife, and now we're together.
Gluttony. The one food item you can't resist.
I have a serious ice cream fetish.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any flavors?
For me, like chocolate really defines dessert. So I think it's too difficult for me to say no to chocolate ice cream.
Greed. Have you ever done a role just for the money?
No, not yet.
No?
No.
Yeah. Anger. The one person who's angered you the most?
I can't really think of one person who's done it, but like I was talking about, when I'm made to wait, I don't know what happens to me. I do tend to get angry, yes.
Envy. The one person you envy?
I don't have like a negative envy towards anyone. Nobody. No, not really. No.
Okay. Pride. Do you think pride is a sin?
To have a certain degree of pride is actually a healthy thing.
Yeah.
You need to have a certain sense of self. I think is important because that also, gives you a certain degree of confidence to be able to do what you want to do. So I have no problem with that.
And sloth, finally. Are you guilty of laziness?
At times, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
At times, everyone is. That does happen. You go through these phases especially when you come out of a film, you really don't want to know anything, know anybody.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot to motivate yourself to get back and start doing something. So yeah, to a certain extent, yes, I am guilty of it once in a while.
Yeah, one hasn't seen that in you, Farhan. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.